What's up, YouTube? This is Rear Station here, and this is going to be episode 21 of Bleach 1000 Years Blood War Arc. It's episode 8 of part 2, of course. That's how you can also alternately say it. So yeah, so before I got to just before we get started, so yeah, they're gonna have this. So this is gonna air broadcast normally. So next week, gonna be a recap, but which sucks. Honestly, recaps are a thing more nowadays. But the more anime I like, the more strenuous it gets. We, as much as you don't agree with it, it is what it is. Can't do anything about it, and the world, is kind of going through a lot of hardships at the moment with the whole, stuff in terms of change, whether it's political, social, or even the environmental. And I'm just hoping we can just kind of power through this and hope like there's something around there's a silver lining, like we can get a sense of relief. But I mean, when people are going through a lot of things, it really just doesn't help. But I have faith that things will try to clear up. I mean, people will be finally realizing, oh, this isn't doing anything at all. This isn't doing anything at all. I'm hoping there will be more people. There will be less people trying to think irrationally, and more people trying to think more rationally, and having a more vocal side of things. It's like, oh, okay, we need to do this right. But enough of my piece. So last time on Bleach, did I almost say Jujutsu Kaisen? God damn it! But yeah, Jujutsu Kaisen. By the way, I saw that Shibuya arc trailer. I was going to react to it, but I was just too pumped for myself. Like I just went ahead and watched it on my own and forgot to record. Well, but I was looking forward to that. I mean, you'll get my full feelings on when that thing kicks off next week. But yeah, so Remy versus Zaraki, or Kenpachi, we call him. He's the Kenpachi, and it was pretty entertaining. It was pretty wild, and you have to think Remy could have done even worse. You could also think Kenpachi himself could have went even more all out. Remember, that guy was fucking. My man was just fucking like still hacking at things with one hand. Imagine if he took off the eye patch and just did the two hands. Remember, he's saying like, oh, two hands he gets a lot stronger. And then you're thinking, if he can just get things in control. I mean, that fight was pretty ridiculous. The fact that this guy and that Grammy just turned out to be a fucking brain in the end. Apparently, from what I was told, and this was in the novels. I remember I didn't really go that far. I don't think I went far to the novels. I read a few chapters and then it was just like, it's fine. It's I'm not too invested in it right now. I'm not saying it's bad. It's just not much of a time to invest, but. Apparently, like unless if I got this wrong, Remy was given some time to where like he was put in a place where his imaginative power can grow or something of that along the lines. And I forgot to bring this up, and I was wondering about it, but I didn't want to say anything that seems off. Like I don't want to sound like an idiot. Yachiru is more or less Kenpachi's Zanpakuto, or more specifically, probably his Bankai, because he says when he says the name of his Shinkai or his new Noroashi, or more Zanpakuto, whatever. I mean, I'm getting this mixed up, but hold on, was Noroashi the Zanpakuto? Was that actually the it's the Zanpakuto spirit? The Zanpakuto spirit, so it's the Zanpakuto name. But the Shinkai was actually pretty wild. That thing was like a fucking buster sword. Oh, sorry, I forgot to close that. It kind of makes sense, like. She was about to, he calls out for it to activate, and we zap back to Yachiru, and we get to a flashback of where she was a little baby, or well, she was looked younger, and then and then she touches this. He's like, "Oh, do you have it?" Kenny was like, "Oh, do you have a name?" She touches the sword, and it's just like, "Oh, you don't have a name? Neither do I." And that was kind of like the bridge that I felt like I should have stayed up before, but again, I wasn't too sure. I wasn't too sure about it, and apparently this wasn't even explicitly stated in the manga. The author Taita Kubo had to mention himself during the interview that yeah, Yachu is more or less the manifested spirit of Zanbakuto, more specifically the Bankai side. Unless if I'm mistaken. But yeah, it was really cool. I mean, unfortunately, it does. It. I don't think Kebachi is in like. I'm not saying he's in B. You're not saying like he's weak or anything, but he kind of is in sort of like a little beaten up. And I know Ichigo is gonna come. That guy's been moving around and such. But yeah, we're gonna see how everything plays out. I mean, the Bambis are obviously gonna be there, based on that poem. I've heard we're not gonna get any poems, poems in the end of this one, which kind of sucks, honestly. Because I kind of been liking those sort of little poems at the end, dialogue poems at the end. But whatever, that kind of sucks. But maybe it's the end of it, and or maybe they'll just pick it back up. But I'll stop speculating. I'm just gonna get to this episode. And oh yeah, to make up for the recap episode I mentioned before, the last 2 episodes of this core will be on the same day, aired as a 1-hour special, more or less like how part 1 was. But part 1 did have a fuck up with a recap of a semi recap episode of sorts, which didn't help. So I think they were trying to avoid that by just having a straight up recap, just a recap episode by itself, which is fine, honestly, at this point. Not ideal, but something that is a bit safer, and I'm pretty sure they're not wholly done with it. I mean, Puro does have the new Naruto anime project that they're gonna do. It's gonna be released, I think, next month. So, yeah, there's only so much you can do within a span of time, within a given span of time. But I mean, it is what it is. I'm not gonna complain too much about it. So let's get to this episode. All right. Let me see if the shit's working. I had to wait so long. I'm pretty sure by now a lot of people have already gotten to this darn to this episode, but they want to watch it. But they watched it in 720. I want to watch that shit. For recordings, I'm going to always try to watch it in the highest quality given and the media quality. If it's at least if it's at least like 1080 PhD, then I can do it. Nothing lower. Just saying. Anyways, 3, 2, 1. Let's jam. Okay. He's regaining his power. He gained back he absorbed Grammy's power, or they basically more or less reused this that part from episode 1 of this core of this core 2. Well, imagination is done. Down goes that castle. Uh, dude's been talking to Mojo Jojo's brain all this time. Yeah. As reinforces it's still damage. Remember I said before the episode, Yachu more or less joined as the new awakened Shinkai. When he activated it, it's after Yachu, and then like she's gone, and then like we see it activate. So yeah, she's gone. Well, not like gone. She's somewhere else now. She's part of Kenpachi in a way now. Yeah. Oh. Ow. All the Bambis. No, you're not. What? Yeah, Parasite, the Maxim? Oh, wow. All clapped. I'm pretty sure they won't hear you because you're dead. Bro, I would not mess with someone that looks like a fucking cockroach girl. I hate that I watched that one shit. But yeah, it's not doing anything. Oh, oh, great. Wow. Something. I. Wow. All. Literally flash fried. That's quite the stance, though. That's way too. Oh, wow. Remember, he's in bad shape. He's still in quite a bad shape. Oh, wow, man. It's not. Oh, yeah, you can't hear. Even a bar like his has its limit. Nah, you. Oh, the scarf. Oh, he can sense Ichigo. That's your boy. That's your boy. Damn, how long did it take you, fam? Wait, is this a new version? New version of number one. Nah, you've good. Oh wow, he just booped. He just booped past them. They didn't even notice. Came to save you, buddy. The headless star. Oh. Yeah. Nah, I wouldn't worry. He's like, okay. Gender equality. He's just like, okay. What was I swanning at? He's just like, it's just act like, oh, what was I trying to, what was I trying to beat up just now? Yeah, that's what you're worried about? Yeah, Sailor Moon looking ass? Yeah. I did not. Right? At least someone has some sense. Well, you did burn off his. You did burn his drip. That kind of sucks. Oh well, no, never mind. He got more drip underneath. Oh, oh, for fucking Christ! What is this? Pretty Cure? Yeah. Ooh. Oh, he knew. Oh, he know what's up. Of course, Ichigo can't just gonna body them all by himself. I mean, that's still a tall task. That guy's. Oh, this eyes and looking ass guy, motherfuckers probably. We don't even get to. What's with the cartoon sound effects? They're just. Butter just playing them. Butter just playing MLB Pro on the GameCube. God, I thought Bambietta was hot headed. He said it so calmly too. I'm sorry. Oh, right in the retreat. No, never mind. They want to smoke. There's just a lot of personality to it. There's like this one that is just so like the dude said, "Oh, nice. Okay, okay, yeah. This is just fuck. This is just fucking. This is just magical girls again. Like literally, like come on, man. Dumbbell battle. Yeah. Oh wow. Yeah. What does? Oh, is it like the Koopa thing? Oh, never mind. Zubby's powers are Zubby's quitzy abilities are just wild. To think that she was just gonna clap her own clap her own. Nope, never mind. They're not exactly on some any good teamwork here. To be fair, she's trying to do the He's just like not even phased. I like it though. He's a lot more cool headed this time. Yeah. Oh. Ooh. He just told her to get. But he just told her the of all things of all people to get out of the way. Well, I mean that's kind of more or less like him. Oh wow, that's that's kind of gross. Oh, who did that? Oh, where was you? Where were you, man? Why that guy look like? Oh boy, I don't think I'm not so sure if you can handle all of these guys at once. Oh, never mind. Oh boy. Oh, because Ichigo entered through now, he provided a path for them. Oh, great. That's that's not good. I'm sorry that the subs suck, but yeah, and that caused the hole because the stuff he was wearing, and so it provide and you all kind of took that into account. He's gonna use that sort of that time frame to just be able to infiltrate the Soul King's palace. This is not good. Yeah, this is. So he came to be a savior, but now he's just. There's that all this time he was waiting for Ichigo to make a move so he can actually get to attract his attention so he can get up there. Oh, here's Aizen. And Zero Squad probably was taken into account as well. That would happen. Oh wow. It was too focused on. Oh. Oh, not on their watch. We just pulled up here like we just pulled up here like the Avengers. Oh, that's his old. That was his buddy. Yeah. That he doesn't want to fight him because that's his homie. Oh, Shad. Orihime as well. Oh, damn. Why so many? Orihime is like all caked up right now, man. You kind of just have to figure that he had to set an example in front of you all, but oh wow. Post credits doesn't actually no. I'm just gonna fast forward to it. I don't care. Oh, that's just how it ends. Yeah, just like that. Wow. Uh, okay, that was just a fucked up playback. Thank you, Two Pubs. Golly. I don't know what to. Well, okay, let's try something. I'm not so sure how to feel about the storyboarding with that one, but I mean, it's probably more like the animation itself was like, well, actually, no, the just the directing of the scenes just kind of felt a little. It felt a little weird. Or maybe it's because the way, things were just kind of moving, I guess. But I mean, it was. I mean, the general adapting wasn't bad or anything. We get a taste of what Ichigo's newfound abilities are. He was handling things pretty well early on, just swatting away the Bam girls like they're flies, until of course more of the other Quincy's pulled up, including Basby, and yeah, it might. I think even Ichigo can't handle them all, and of course, like he only got hit because he was focused on trying to stop Yuabok from trying to get away. That's like, so, I mean, so we can't. I mean, so for once, the Bambi's actually looked good fighting against him at that point, because I mean he was focused on something else. But like early on, he was just giving him the business, and he wasn't actively trying to like kill. Like the fact that he even said he need to get out of the way, like to that to the man to what the fuck was her name? I keep there's a I don't know because but I forgot Candace. Yeah. He was telling me, yeah, Candace is the hothead. I know Bambia is really hot headed, but I forgot Candace is also is also a hothead herself. So, and Lito, the very deadpan part of the very most deadpan one. Like I like that's a compliment. I like how she's like more or less a compliment to the whole gig. Also, Giselle, I think I may pronounced it incorrectly. Menines, I think I said that right. I'm pretty sure. Oh, so what's this Pepe do? This Pepe what about do looking like a freaking what was it? Looking like a guy that he looked like that one weird. He looked like that one weird ass boss in a game I've seen. But I don't wanna. I don't even want to know what the fuck that. Well, we may get it later on, but yeah, it's we get to see Ichigo flex a little bit. We kind of get to see some of the Gojo 13 trying to just pull up to back up Ichigo while he tries to go after Yuha. And it's a bit of and we do get to see Ishida's demonstration of betrayal against Ichigo. I didn't need to state it. It just kind of the scene kind of just speaks for itself. Like Ishida's more or less, you can kind of tell that he is more or less trying to put up that facade because he wants to demonstrate to you all that he's loyal, much to the chagrin of his friends. I mean, I don't think he even tried to. Well, he did shoot, knowing that he did shoot at least, trusting that Ichigo would be able to deal with them. I would think, because I still do. Of course, like I know him, but you'd have to think that he wasn't trying to. He wasn't randomly trying to kill Ichigo in that way. I mean, I could be just wrong. And seeing Chad, I mean, he's called Sato, but we call him Chad because just for the hell of it. Chad Orihime were able to pull up. I mean, I wish it was more epic, but I mean, it is. I did hear this episode did have some issues production wise, but I do still like what I do still like what I got here. It's just that there's not much to say about, you know, speak about that part. I think because like the way the last two episodes were, it just this one felt just okay to me. Even though like the reveal, of course, with Ichigo, you know, being a real, you know, being a lot stronger now. The Getsuga Jujutsu show was pretty cool. Not as impressive as I thought I'd think it'd be. I mean, the fact that like the fact that he just does this, just draws it, the way he casually just kind of draws it like this, the Getsuga Tensho, and I'm just like, boy, there's no way. And he canceled out, someone cancel attack while she was in her bull stag. And I said that right too. I'm butchering names left and right. Golly, I'm just tired. But yeah, it wasn't. But yeah, it's even though Ichigo is on the chase now, not all is fine and dandy. Of course, it you know Yuha, because he was able to enter through. Yuha was able to enter is now going to be able to enter the Soul King Palace because of that. Squad Zero probably knew, of course should have known that something like that was going to happen. The fact that Yuha just took that into account is kind of crazy by itself. That like he literally been planning shit ahead. Like he's had like literally a millennia to think about shit. So yeah, there's kind of that to consider, but that's still pretty crazy for what it is. But yeah, just when Ichigo was trying to beat Gyo, like the enemy just gets closer to their goals. It's not looking good for our heroes here. But I mean, there is something afoot. There is something afoot, of course. I mean, when you consider what each does, more or less, you'd have to figure what he's up to. Like, you can't just be betrayal, but just betrayal. Like the very fact that he is responsible for his mom's death. Like you can't just think, oh, he's just he's just showing this display of betrayal to his friends. Like you have to think he has a motive for it. Whether or not Ichigo might try to get involved with that. Because Ichigo still has to believe in his friend, though. I mean, even what we saw here, and Ichigo should have at least. I mean, I'm not saying he should already know, but I feel like he should get a gist of like, this is not Ishida that I know. This is not the guy. This is not the one. Like that would have been Ishida that I met from the beginning, but not so much. But he's changed. He's been our ally, and what's the deal with us in betraying us? I mean, Ichigo's probably thinking that as well, but like he's still distraught though. That's his buddy. That's the one he doesn't want to fight against. A Soul Reaper and a Quincy being friends seems weird, but it's something that they were able to have, and then just for this to kind of turn out, it has to be really just, that just has to be like a shock, like just an emotional shock to them, and also Chad and Orihime as well, and also to Root. I also think to Ruki and like some of the other girls that are themed who are also pretty tight with Ichigo's main gang. But it's not like, even after all that, it's still not looking good. It's just gonna get worse for the Shinigami, and he's knocking on the Soul King Palace's door, and it is what it is. I don't have any. Well, I'm not gonna mention about Kenpachi just getting beat up by the Bahamese like after he just got pretty beaten up by already from Grammy's like Yeah, because he was able to resist it, but there's only so much he can resist with that, even with that body of his, which it sucks. I didn't like. I mean, it kind of sucks to just kind of see him get beaten up that way, but again, it is what it is. I'm not gonna hold too much against him. He, you know, it's like just his first time, and it's his first time like right out the gates. Like you'd have to think he's not, you know, this is the first time he's trying to fully have a grasp on this elevated power. And again, you'd have to think he may not have full control of this new Shinkai or Bankai. Or I mean, because like again, you have to think Rukia, even though she's able to attain her Bankai, she still hasn't fully mastered it. Yeah, like she's still trying to like perfect her Shinkai as well. So yeah, that's all I really gotta say. Otherwise, but again, this episode kind of flew by a little faster than I expected. I don't like how Orime's moves are trying to just kind of focus on too much. I mean, maybe that was a goof, but I don't know. That's all I'm really saying. Yeah, it doesn't help that you see Ichigo like that, trying to call out his friend as they disappear into the blue light. But yeah, that's all I gotta say. Otherwise, it's just funny to see Ichigo just bat those members around until the other Quincy's kind of came along. I mean, like, again, I've said Ichigo can't do this all by himself. Ichigo maybe heal, but they're waiting for him. But again, he can't do it all by himself. Even with that, even if he's attained powers to the point where he could have been so-called a replacement for the Soul King. And so, yeah, that shows how much of a problem these Quincy's are, especially U-Hawk in particular. You'd have to think, yeah, U-Hawk is a whole problem. You'd have to. I would not be surprised if it was an entity that is literally just holding up the entirety of the worlds of the different worlds themselves, or at least part of it. Anyways, that's all I really gotta say. Smash the like button, let me know what you think in the comments below. Follow me on Twitter, support the YouTube channel or Discord server, share the video around, all that good stuff. Let's go and do it for this edition of Bleach TYBW reaction. Again, next week is a break, and we get back to the swing of things the week after. Radio Station signing off. See you next time. Take care. Stay safe, y'all. Have a great day. Peace.